Hey everybody, Chad Barker, your Sudoku professor here. We have another session where we are going to solve a puzzle because we don't need no stinking swordfish. Today, that's what we're going to do this afternoon, I should say. It's a great day here at the international headquarters for Sudoku Professor. So I wanted, before we get into that, I know we got some people coming in. Everybody's sort of piling in here now to watch us live do this whole puzzle. I wanted to take a minute here and go over what the schedule is, highlight some of the schedule for the rest of the week, because tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern time, you can do the conversion from wherever you are in the world. And we do have players from all over the world. And if you are from some other place than Raleigh, North Carolina, then USA, you can put that in the comments if you'd like to. I'd like to hear from you. So if, anyway, tomorrow what we're going to do at 11 a.m. is we are going to do a sort of a session, multiple sessions where we're going to answer questions that people have had. We're going to cover topics, everything from like the history of Sudoku on, and lots of different things. People have different questions about a lot of different, general Sudoku questions. We're going to cover all of that, or a lot of that, in a large block of time. But what the format is going to be, a lot shorter. So each session might be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes long. And then we're going to stop. And then maybe 15 minutes will go by or something like that. And then we'll start another one, another live session where it'll be another 5 minutes or 10 minutes long. And then we'll keep doing that until we run out of topics. So that might be actually several hours that we end up doing that whole block there. We will have breaks in between, short breaks. That's tomorrow. Lots of different things we're going to be talking about. You're going to be getting some emails about some other neat lessons that we have along the way, things that you can learn, things that the public has never before released to the public as we go here. On, let's see, that would be Tuesday. So Wednesday, we're going to do a webinar like what we would do for the club. So our Professors Insiders Club, I'm going to invite the entire public, all of you, to join in this webinar where we're going to talk about, we have 4 puzzles that club members have sent in, and I'm going to be answering their specific questions on those specific puzzles. You'll have a chance to download those puzzles beforehand and work them yourself and see what so you can have a little bit leg up if you'd like. And let's see here. Then we're going to answer some on Thursday. I'll have a question and answer session. People have a lot of questions about the Professors Insiders Club. I'll be answering those. And I'm going to be doing a puzzle where it's what I call a master's level puzzle, and it requires several different techniques to apply. You got to apply one technique, then you can make a little bit of progress, another technique, and so on. And it's really cool to see how the little bits of progress that you make as you go along feed into the final solution. So we're going to do that on Thursday. Again, along the way, we're getting a lot. You're going to be getting more information, other topics, and things like that. You're going to get a lot of neat things that people have asked. On Friday, we're going to do a swordfish puzzle, unless by let's see, I might be able to do a jellyfish, or I could do a jellyfish if by popular demand. But we're going to do a swordfish puzzle. Plan is to do a swordfish puzzle on Thursday at 11. And we're also going to follow that up later in the afternoon with another "Can You Beat My Time" puzzle. Hopefully, I will actually be able to do the whole puzzle without messing up like I did yesterday, and which allowed everybody practically to beat my time because I just missed it. So anyway, and then on Saturday we're going to have the contest winners are going to be announced. And I've got a big other announcement I'm going to make, another huge announcement that I'm going to make on Saturday as well at 11. So you don't want to miss that. Okay, so that's kind of the brief overall of what's coming up. So tune in. Again, the key time to tune in is 11 a.m. Eastern U.S. time each day this week, and then we'll have other sessions throughout the day as well. All right, so let's see here. I am going to start this puzzle here. I wanted to we're doing we don't need no stinking swordfish is what we're doing. These are puzzles that have that have a swordfish on them, but we don't need one to solve the puzzle. So let me bring that one up here. Get that on so that you can see it. And so what I've done, if you had a chance to download this puzzle and work it, this puzzle here, you can see that what I've gone ahead and done the 1 through 9s process on it. And if you've done this, and this is as far as you got, I understand. So now if you are, there are some, I do recognize some club members on here. I did this puzzle in the club, and to talk about the very topic that I'm going to talk about, what you need to do to solve this. But that was probably, I don't know, a year and a half ago maybe, or something like that. But I thought I'd bring it back around because it actually does have a swordfish pattern on it, and it's actually what I would call a swordfish plus 1. Some other people, I think they would refer to it as a winged swordfish, and we're going to show you that actually right now, and we're going to go to the logic. But even though you have that really super duper advanced technique, and you can apply it to the puzzle, it doesn't help you solve, because there's something actually relatively simple that you need to find instead. But finding it's the key, and we're going to go over how to find that in this session. Okay. So now again, this is as far as I've gotten right here with the 1 through 9s, only doing a few pencil marks, not much else. It can be very frustrating at this point. And one of the frustrating parts about this puzzle is the fact that no matter what row, column, or box you look in, you only have at most 3 givens, and oftentimes you only have 2 givens. And since the 1 through 9s produce no more information, you're kind of stuck. So what do you do next? What can you do? Well, normally I would do a think outside the box. The problem is that when you're thinking outside the box on a puzzle like this, is that you are dealing with lots of numbers. I mean, ideally we'd like to be doing think outside the box with 3 or 4 numbers that we're missing. That's what we're working with. Maybe 5 numbers, but in this case you're doing with 6 and 7 numbers, no matter where you turn, and that's getting a little arduous. So it's time to take a different approach to this and look at it a little differently. And I'll do that in a little bit, but again, I want to show you this swordfish first. So the swordfish here is, let's see here. I am going to show you on, it is with 7s. Now, the reason I found the swordfish with 7s is because that is actually the one number that has the most pencil marks, and we can actually see more of where 7 can go in both, the rows and the columns and the boxes. And for example, I can see that, let's see, let me do a different color here so we can see it a little bit better. I see that, 7 can go here and here on this row right here. And then I can see 7 goes here. And if I look a little closer, I can see that the only other place on the row that 7 can go is right there. Okay. So now we have something that lines up here. We're beginning to form a swordfish pattern. And then I come up here to row 3, and I can see that 7 can go here and here and here. Okay. It goes in 3 places on that row. The fact that it goes in 3 places is not really a problem. The problem is that for standard swordfish, we would kind of need, we have this thing hanging out here, this extra space, extra possibility for a 7 in this column. And it doesn't fall. That's why it doesn't fall into this standard swordfish thing, because it doesn't line up with where 7 can go anywhere else, at least in the pattern that I've highlighted right now. I mean, it does line up with this 7, but then if we introduce that, we're introducing more complexity and things like that. But this is, if we didn't have this, if we didn't have that last space, this would be what I would call a 6-point swordfish puzzle. And we would be able to do the standard swordfish eliminations that we do in the columns, with eliminating 7 from all of the place in the columns. But we actually do have 7 is actually a possibility there. And so we have fewer eliminations that we can do, but there's one that we can do. If we were to do the logic, what we come up with is that 7 is either going to go in this space down here, or it's going to go in one of this space or this space. So either it's going to go down here in row 8, column 7, or it's going to go in one of these 2 spaces in box 3. All right. So when we combine that information, we realize that, let's put it this way. We already know that 7 can't go here, 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 and here, because it's eliminated with 7s in the column and the row, right? But now what we learn with the swordfish pattern is that 7 can't go here because it's going to go in one of these 3 places that I've circled. Therefore, what we can say is that, okay, so now if we look around, where can 7 go? Well, the only place that 7 can go in the box is in these 2 places up here. 7 can go in this box here is what we've learned. And that is here and here. Okay. So actually let me clear everything out, given that we know that, and let me write this stuff in here. So what we have learned is that 7 can only go here. We apply the swordfish. 7 can only go in these 2 spaces within the box. That's row eliminating. And that allows us to fill in the 7 here, and then allows us to place the 7 in column eliminating there, but it really doesn't help us much. We can get rid of this pencil. Well, we could get rid of that pencil mark. Actually, I have it on another layer, so I can't actually erase it. But you can see what the effect is. The effect is we fill in 1 7, and then we have this column eliminating 7, but that is not enough to solve the puzzle. So we apply the technique, and we still don't have a good solution. And this is what I kind of get to with a lot of people come to me and they say, well, I probably could solve this if I could just find a swordfish on it, or if I just knew the swordfish technique, I could find it. Or maybe it's a different XY wing or XYZ wing or something like that. They come up with some technique that they've heard about. Maybe you've heard about it by watching a video on the internet, or reading about it, or it's in some book or something like that. So you have this knowledge that there's this mysterious technique out there. So what you do is you think, okay, well, that must be the magic thing. If I just have that, it's the magic bullet. It will take care of whatever we have here, whatever solution. And the thing about it is, it is not. There's no magic bullet to any Sudoku puzzle that I've found. You have to have a variety of techniques, a variety of tools in your toolbox. And swordfish could be one of those things, but it's not necessarily, it is far from the only thing that is necessary to solve a puzzle. So what we're going to do here now is we're going to actually talk about what it takes to solve this puzzle. I'm going to scratch around on this puzzle quite a bit, and then we're going to go with it. So again, here we are. We're still stuck. We haven't made any progress. Even if I put the 7 in there with the swordfish, it still doesn't give us enough information. So what are we going to do? Okay, so I'm going to forget the swordfish. I'm going to go back to the way we were, so that we can start fresh here. Now, again, we could start this think outside the box process that I would want to do, but there's really too much to work with. So what I came up with was a section that, well, actually one of our club members came up with this sort of a search where we talk about how the givens all intersect. So what we want to do is we want to focus on empty spaces where the most number of givens, or whatever we happen to have filled in, are intersecting with that space. Because what we have, for example, is we have like this. Let's just take a look at this space right here that I'm pointing to. Okay. There are 2 numbers in the box, 2 numbers in the row, and 2 numbers in the column. And one of those numbers is duplicated. So actually, because of that, 1, 2, 3, 4, there's only 5 numbers are eliminated. So 4 numbers are possibilities in this space. So that's not going to help us to know that information. It's way too much data to deal with 4 numbers and that could go there. What do we do with that? So we want to narrow down what we're looking at, and we want to try to find something of value is what we're trying to narrow down to where spaces that can only be 2 numbers, what they call a bi-value cell. Maybe spaces that could be 3 numbers, but certainly if we could find spaces that could be 2 numbers. The only way to do that is to find spaces that have at least, that have 7 numbers intersecting, okay, the box. And that's actually the most that we're going to get on the puzzle at this point in time. Any space that you look at has at most 7 numbers that we know about intersecting that space. So let's try to find those, okay? And let's leave all the other spaces that have fewer numbers intersecting it alone, okay? So let the one of the ways to narrow down our search here is to first of all let's look at boxes that have 3 numbers in them, because okay, so we look around, we have boxes that have 3 numbers and boxes that have 2 numbers. Well, let's just forget about the boxes that have 2 numbers in them, okay? Let's not even think about those, because we're already handicapping ourselves to think about that. Now we want to look at these. We have 5 boxes left that we could consider. All right, so let's look then at spaces that have so we got 3 numbers in the box. We need to have spaces within this box that have 4 other numbers outside the box intersecting, right? That would give us 7. Well, we can see in this box 1 here that although we have 2 on the row, we only have 1 in the column, and even that 1 is duplicated. So that's not going to help us to know that. This one only has 2 on the row and 1 in the column. And we can see that as we look around, let's see here. This one's got what is that? That's the same thing with just not enough. At most, we have 6 numbers intersecting these other spaces. I'm talking about the ones in box 1. We have 6 numbers intersecting those spaces. And so we keep going and we look around. So this right here is the only space that has, I think, that has 7 numbers intersecting. So let me get rid of all my X's here, and let's focus on what's going on here. So we have, actually now I just look at it, and we look at it and we say, well, even though we have 7 numbers, we have 3 in the box, 2 in the row, and 2 in the column. That's 7 numbers, but one of those numbers, the 1 is duplicated. So still we only have 6 numbers. All right. So we're going to move on. Let's move on over to this box over here to 2. And we're again, once you get used to this, I'm talking through this. It seems like it might be a lot of work, but when you can scan it very quickly, you'll get used to this thing. Let's take a look at this one. In this box, we have several spaces. We have 3 in the box, 2 in the row, and 2 in the column. Depending on how we look, about the only ones that we wouldn't want to consider are these 2 right here, because there's only 1 in the row. So let's start up here. This space could be 1. It can't be 2. It could be 3. Let me go back to blue here. It can be 3. It can't be 4. Let's see here. It could be 5. Yes. It can be 6, 7, 8, or 9. So this is 1, 3, 5. So that's not working, and the reason is that 6 is duplicated. Okay. So it looked good at first, and then we failed. So now we go to this one right here. It has 1 in the column, 2 in the row, 3, 4. So this could be 5, 6, but 7, 8, and it could still be 9, right? So this is 5, 6, 9. Yeah, all right. So that didn't really work either. About this space right here, it can't be 1, it can be 2, it can be 3. Can't be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 2 or 3 only. So we found a good space. Let's take a look at this one right here. 1. It can't be 2. It could be 3, 4, 5. It can be 6, and then 9. 3, 6, 9. I think, yeah. So that's too many. I hope I didn't miss anything there. But the bottom line is, it looks like, yeah, we have 5 duplicated. That's the reason why. And we could continue that process, through all of these things, and just narrow down what we're going to run into. We know that because this puzzle is symmetrical, we could actually apply some symmetry. We could use that symmetry to our advantage. For example, we found up in here in box 1 that the only space that could possibly be a bi-value cell or have 2 possibilities was this space right here in the middle, because all the other spaces had less than 7 numbers intersecting the space. So by the same token, we could look at this space down here and we could see whether it has any clues to offer. And when we look at it, though, we immediately see that 2 is duplicated. So even though we have 7 numbers intersecting, what we're missing is 7 unique numbers. And so what we end up with there is the fact that we would still have at least 3 possibilities there. But we looked at this box up here. We found, came close on some things, and we did find 1. So let's look at this box down here. Again, let's not worry about these two spaces. Those two spaces have only one extra number in the row. We're not going to mess with that. Let's take a look at this space right here. It can't be 1, 2, 3. It can be 4, can't be 5. It can be 6, but it can't be 7, and it can be 8. So what is that? That was 4, 6, and 8. That's too much. Here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This could be 6, 7, and 8. It can't be 9. We come down here to the bottom, and this can be it could be 1. It can't be it can't be 1. It can be 2. It can be 3, and it can't be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9. So there we go. So this space can only be 2 and 3, and right there is the magic key. And if you can, you spot it. So let's see here. And well, actually, I see that Carla here has said that box 2, column 6. Let me see here. Columns. Did I miss something? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're right. It can only be. I missed something. It can only be 5 and 9. You're right. Thank you, Carla. And anything else? That's right. Okay, that's what I missed. I missed something along the way. So we did spot that. But this is the key right here, right? If you look, we found a 2, 3 here and a 2, 3, 2 spaces that can only be 2 numbers. And what does that form? Okay, that is a crossbox double-double. Now, what your tendency would be at this point in time is to continue to think outside the box. And let's take a look at what else is missing from this column. We need a 1, we have a 2, 3, we need 4, and 5, and we have 6, and we need 7. 1, 4, 5, and 7. Okay. So we look at this space here. This can't be, now that it can't be 2 and 3, and it also can't be 1 and 5 because they're in the box. So this is 4 or 7 only. And then this right here can't be 3, 2, 3. Let's see. No, we already know it can't be 2, 3. 1, 4, 5, 7. Can't be 5. That's still 3. That's 1, 4, and 7. This can't be 1 and 7. So this is 4 or 5 here. And we might have been able to figure that out before. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. So that would have, see, we didn't, if we had gone through the process for everything, we would have discovered that space can only be 2 numbers as well. So we haven't actually learned anything there. And up here, we know that this space can't be 2. Let's see. We already know it can't be 2. Now it can't be 3. So what is it? 1. It can't be 7. 1, 4, 4, 7. So this is 1 or 5. Okay. All right. But that's not a lot. Still not a lot. So we have to look at it a little bit differently. We have to look at the effect of this crossbox double a little bit differently. Okay. But when we see this effect, it's dramatic. What you're going to see. It's amazing. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to say, okay, we have eliminated 2 and 3, essentially from 2 and 3 from this space here and 3 from this space here. What does that do in the box? And that makes a big difference. So now we knew that 2 couldn't be in these 3 spaces, but now we just learned that it can't be in the space in box 8 there with the X. So now 2 can only go in 2 places, here and here. Okay. And that is row eliminating. If we look at where 3 can go, let's see, 3 couldn't go here, here. So 3 now can actually only go in 2 places, here and here. And that's not a huge help, but let's look at where, and 2 doesn't change where it goes here, up here in box 2, but let's see where 3, what effect we have on 3. So 3 couldn't go here or here, and now we know it can't go there. So 3 actually is now row eliminating here, okay, in this box. Now this effect here is dramatic. The 2 here and the 3 here. if you're honestly, if you are watching this video, watching this later than live, you may want to just go ahead and solve the rest of the puzzle. This one little thing, just finding this crossbox double and knowing what the effect is within the box, makes this seemingly mountainous problem here disappear. Okay, it's just amazing. Watch this. Okay, think about where can 2 go now here in box 9. Well, we look at the row eliminating 2 along with all the other 2s that are there, and 2 has to go here. That forces the 7 here. Now, what does that do for you? We can already see the effect that that's going to have. Oops, I am on the wrong layer. So that means that 7 has to go here. 7 goes here. 7, then let's see here. 7, we go up here. 7 goes here. 7 goes here. And 7 goes here. So we just filled in every single 7. Okay, but we're not done yet. We got to do the 2. So 2 goes here, for example. 2 goes. Let's see, what else can we do with the 2? 2 here. 2 is column eliminating. And that's here and here. That would mean that 2 goes here, right? And then let's do the 3s, okay? So we found out that the row eliminating 3 here, right? So 3 can't be there, and there. So 3 goes here. 3 then can't be here. So 3 goes here. 3 goes here. Just following it around the board, 3 goes here, and then we wrap up here with 3. 3 here, and let's get rid of some of these other things here, and then 3 goes up here, and then 2. Let me think here. 2 has to go here, which means 2 goes here, right? That was the 2. Yeah, that's exactly right. And let me come over here, change my layer so I actually started writing on the wrong one. So we get rid of this and this, clean up a little bit. But right now, I think, yeah, if we do all of this correctly, if we've done everything correctly so far, in just a second, we're going to have, I think we have all of our 2s, all of our 3s, and all of our 7s on the board right now as we sit here. And all of that from finding a simple 2-3 crossbox double. Now, finding it was not simple, but once we found it, the rest of the logic is very simple from this point forward. So let's finish solving right now. Let me see here. Like I said, I had these different layers so that I could really scribble on the other layer, and then I forgot to switch back. So let me see if I can clean up anything else here. And go back up to this other one. Okay. How's everybody doing? Are you finding are you finding it? Are you getting it? Let's see here. Let me know what you're thinking, and if there's anything else that you're missing. If I'm not being clear about something, put it in the comments. I will clarify. Okay. So we've made all that progress again with the 2s, 3s, and 7s, and then we can do some more here. 1, 2, 3. We need 4 here and here. 5, and then we have 6, and then 7, and then 8. So 8 goes here or here. That's row eliminating. Just what I'm doing right now is looking at these boxes where I filled in a lot of numbers. I'm trying to see what else we can come up with. So we have 1 here and here. 5 can still go in 3 places. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 can't be here. 6 can only go here or here. That's row eliminating, which means 6 goes here or here. 7, 8, and then 9 can't go here. That's still 3 places. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 can't go here, and then 9 goes in 3 places. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 4 can't be here. So 4 can only go in 2 places in this box, right here and here. Right. And then getting a little wild there with my 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 can't be here or here. What if there's something I'm missing? 6, 7, 8, and then 9. Right? Okay. Down here, 1. 1 can only go here and here. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's something right there. That column eliminating 5 will help us. 6, 7, 8, 9. So this can only be 6 and 9. They can go. So now, all right. So 5 is going to be eliminated from here, and it's going to go up there, and we're going to be able to fill in the 4, 8, and 6 as a result. So I'm going to erase all this stuff, or most of it. Let's see. So 5, and then that forces the 4 to here, the 8 to here, the 6 to here, and then we only have one thing left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. And that's cool. That's going to help a lot. And then we only have one thing left on that row here. Let's see, where is that at? Right here. 1. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, 9. 9 goes here. And we only have, what else did we do? We might have done. Oh, yeah. There you go. So this is the 5 here, makes this a 1. This is a 9. And what else do we have? This here is 6 and something else. 1, 5, 6. But we have the 5. So 5 and 6. And then the 1 goes here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. This is a 4, 8 double. 4, 8. And then we can actually do a double column elimination, which allows us to reduce 8 to these 2 spaces here and here, right? Then we have, what do we fill in? 1, 1. 1 can only go here and here. What else did I do? Oh, the 9 down here. The 4, the 6 goes here. The 8 here. And the 4 here. Got it? So, Richard, you're asking, so that's a good question. Swordfish is the same number in 3 rows and 3 columns. In essence, yes, that's exactly what a swordfish is. I might say that it's arguably a little bit more complicated than that. I mean, it's actually rare that you find the same number in all 3 rows and all 3 columns, and that has to be the only place it can go. But in essence, that's correct. And a jellyfish, jellyfish is the same number in 4 columns and 4 rows. Okay, and then they have this wonderful technique called, okay, get this, a squirm bag. Where do they get that? Okay, that's like the same number in like 5 columns and 5 rows. I don't know. It's just, how in the world you come up with this stuff? I do not know. I guess this is an 8 here, right? Yes. So, good luck finding that. I mean, actually it does happen, but it's just not, it's rare that you find a squirm bag. It just, I mean, it's not even worth. It's almost hardly worth learning the technique because it's so rare that you would find a puzzle that needed it. Just my opinion. Anyway, I have a lot of opinions about that. All right, so I just realized I missed a 5. 5 here, and then the 4 here, and then the 5 here, and the 8 here, and the 8 here. Okay, there we go. Clean up a little bit. Oops. All right, so we only have 2 numbers in this box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 4, 6. Do I have anything? Yes, I have 6 there. So 6 here, 4 here, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just checking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 6. 1 there, 6 there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 can't be there or there, so 9 goes here. See, we're almost to the end. Oh, we finished the 4, 8 here. 4, 8, 4 here, 8 here. Because we. Which one? Oh, yeah. And what's that? 1. Okay, that's easy. It's all in what you see. Thanks for helping me out there. Who suggested that? Joe, thanks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 7, 8, 9. So 6 here. 5 in the other space. All right. I'll go down to this. This is awesome. Okay. Then 8 here. And we are just about. I could practically do this blindfolded. 1, 2, 3. From this point forward, that is 4, right? And then 5. And then 6. And then 9. Right? Yay! We did it! So, again, not to say that a swordfish is not ever necessary or jellyfish are not necessary. I did point out, I mentioned that those books like this that were some of the ones that we're giving away that you can get from Nikolai in Japan. Somebody was asking about how do you order them, that the website is in Japanese. And I haven't been back lately. I thought that they had you could click and say that they're English also, English and Japanese website. I don't know. The last time I was there, the website was a bit antiquated. It was like well, I won't be too critical. Anyway, the bottom line is that you can get these from their website if you want. You could pay through PayPal is about the only way that I've ever done it. They're great, fun books. They are handcrafted. As far as I know, they're all handcrafted puzzles, as opposed to those that are machine generated. I don't know that the result is necessarily that different. Well, I think we'll talk a little bit more about this tomorrow, but I can guarantee, they're so much fun. They are so fun. Those Nikolai puzzles, I really, really enjoy them, and I don't know how they can handcraft so many puzzles. I think they have a lot of contributors, but it takes a lot of work to do that kind of thing. Anyway, so the point I'm trying to make is that we don't need no stinking swordfish. Is to help you to think about other techniques that are out there. What else could I do to solve the puzzle? Not every puzzle needs really high level, very difficult, advanced techniques to solve. Usually most people, when I talk, they say, I don't know how to solve this puzzle. Do I need to learn something, again, something really advanced, something that has either a wing or a fish in it and or a bag in it. Anyway. And oftentimes, and maybe you do need that, but it's not, but there's a lot more in between there. It's sort of like going from junior varsity to professional. I mean, you don't. There's a lot in between that. Okay, a lot of levels in between junior varsity and professional. So what you want to do is you want to focus on what are you missing in between and what's easy for you to do. What can you do? what can you add on to your toolbox? What can you learn, and how can you grow little bit by little bit and solve a lot more puzzles without feeling like you need to be on the varsity team in order to do it. So again, and my goal has always been to make Sudoku accessible to you. The words that I use, the language that I use, the methods that I use, it's all about how can I make it easy for you to get better and better. It's not how can I make you an instant super duper evil puzzle solver right overnight. Overnight. It's how can I make it accessible so that you can grow. And I think that I recognize many of the names here that have commented, and I think that you could attest to the fact that it just helps you, that it helps you grow, helps you get better and better without overloading you with too much information all of a sudden. But you are able to solve more and more puzzles easier, faster, and make fewer mistakes as you go along there, and have fewer frustrations. So again, head over, if you have not yet done so, head over to giveaway.sudokuprofessor.com and sign up to win our giveaway. And make sure, maybe say, well, I don't need that. But what if you could recommend it to somebody else? I mean, and it made a difference in somebody else's life, where you shared it with somebody else and they won, and it made a difference in their life, being able to solve Sudoku, being able to exercise their brain, being able to have more fun with a simple puzzle that you can carry, simple thing that you can carry with you, a game that you can do and enjoy just about anywhere, and have a great deal of fun with it, and get better and better and get smarter and smarter. It's almost like you're getting smarter. I mean, I don't know if you can actually, I guess you can get smarter and smarter, but I guess what I'm saying is like your brain is growing, it's exercising, you're really improving your mental function as you do more and more puzzles. You're thinking more logically. It's just fantastic. So help someone out, sign up for the giveaway, even if you don't think you need it, which I can't imagine anybody not needing it. But anyway, sign up for the giveaway and recommend other people, refer other people to do it. Refer other people, your friends, let them know, hey, this is great. You've had a great time learning, and you want them to learn as well. Okay. So again, like we said, tomorrow's broadcast at 11 a.m. And what are we doing tomorrow? Oh yeah, that's right. We're doing all the different frequently asked questions. We're going to talk in depth about different things. If you have any general questions about Sudoku, be sure to ask those questions. If you want, I'll try to get them on, but we do have a slate already of a number of questions that we want to answer. And we'll be doing that starting tomorrow at 11 and having a great deal of time. I hope you learned something today. If you did, make sure you comment. Make sure you share this with other people. Make sure you go to the giveaway.sudokuprofessor.com and share that with everybody. And stay tuned for more solving, more fun, more learning, and the big giveaway announcement, and the bigger announcement after the giveaway that we're going to do on Saturday. All right. See you later. Thanks a lot, and have a great day.